Open grazing ban. Ondo governor behaving like a thug despite being senior advocate of Nigeria, Miyetti Allah. The Fulani Social Cultural Association, Miyetti Allah Kautal Hore, has berated the Ondo State Governor Akeredolu for signing the state's anti-open grazing bill into law. Sahara reporters had earlier reported that the 17 southern governors led by Akeredolu met in Lagos on July 5th, 2021 and set a timeline of Wednesday, 1st September 2021 for the promulgation of the anti-open grazing law in all member states. On August 31st, the Ondo State Governor signed into law the anti-open grazing bill passed by the Senate House of Assembly. This is worthwhile and a very laudable development, aimed at stemming needless instances for skirmishes, conflicts, as well as infractions on the enviably peaceful disposition of the good people of Ondo State. Ondo State Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Donald Ojogo, had said in a statement. Speaking exclusively with Sahara reporters, the National Secretary of Miyetti Allah Kautal Hore, Saleh Al-Hassan, condemned Akeredolu's action. He added that the governor, despite being a senior advocate, was behaving like a thug. So he says he's the least person that we expected to behave that way. I think he's playing politics with it. If you go to Ondo now, you will see cows everywhere. Just take a trip to the state, you'll see cows. So it is an empty law. Wow. But then how would you know that though? Like it's so obvious that you are pained, but really and truly sounds like a personal problem because you're not in government. You can't change the outcome. You can't change anything. So really, all you have to say is as an opinion, because you are not even giving logical reasons, legally backed up by law, to justify why you think it should not be signed. Exactly. So you are upset. Fine, but that is yours to deal with, not the governor of Ondo State. He signed it. Move on. We move. You can't say that you don't understand the reasons why it was signed and you don't understand the build up to why it was signed, the timing as well. So yeah, if you're gonna be upset, well, there's nothing that can be done. It's been signed. What can you do? But then again, I think one thing that we also have to be careful of is that they say that there are a lot of cows in Ondo State. Now, we don't know what the repercussion is or what the punishment is if you are found open grazing in the state. That has not been made clear, or we know that it has been banned. So again, I guess for the leader of Miyetti Allah to say that there's still cows there, we'll see about that and see how strong they are to enforce it. Apparently, Amotekun would also be on game as well and be on smoke in terms of understanding and understanding what they are enforcing, which means that there is no open grazing in the state. So that's it. It's as simple as that. It's never really that complicated, really. So yeah, it's been banned. It's funny how you say that he's behaving like a thug. I mean, language. Why would you say that? Why would you say that the governor is behaving like a thug? Well, it takes one to know one, right? So we move at this point. But again, when you get to petty levels of language and getting insulting and actually drifting away from why you were upset in the first place, then no one takes you seriously. You just look immature and you look unintelligent, really. And that's it. It's been signed. The people of Ondo State have not, requested a refusal or a withdrawal of the bill, of the law actually. So yeah. So it's funny how you want to be treated like a stakeholder in another man's land. The audacity. And the fact is, you're not even in a government position. So really and truly, you hold nothing. You have no grounds to say you're against it. Again, the laws they make it. Okay, so your justification is not justifiable. It's not justificating. It's just not doing it at all. So yeah. Question now is, it's been signed. Fact is, how efficient will it be in Ondo State in terms of passing it, enforcing the law? I mean, only Imo State is the state in the south that did not sign. Hope Uzodinma refused to sign. I don't even think he attended the meetings at all. Surprise, surprise, that's the state that Buhari chooses to visit. But yeah, so again, not in all southern states, I think most of them have signed it, but then again, it's how it's enforced that will show how effective it is. Also, um, if you're upset, then Imo State is open for you. It hasn't been signed in Imo. It doesn't have to be in the southwest. You can go to Imo State, and do your grazing there if that's your option. But yeah, sad. You're salty. It's funny. It's very, very funny. Very, very, very funny. So, it's just like, it's when, because really and truly, Miyetti are, they shouldn't have, like, they're more like like a group, like a club. It's because of the government. The government has emboldened them to feel as though that their voice is so significant in changing things, that they keep giving opinions and giving things that really, really cannot change, and they're in no position to change such. So that's why they keep talking, and yes, it is tiring because they literally sound like a broken record, repeating the same thing over and over and over and over again. Move on, because really actually, when these attacks by herdsmen were happening, there was literally minimal effort, little to no effort by Miyetti Allah to make sure that they caution their members and those that are involved in their profession to make them stop. So again, why, what you get is what you get. Listen, find other ways. In fact, Miyetti Allah, go and question your leaders and say, the land that is in the north, who owns them? Because some of your leaders own the land, and because they own it, most of them, they use it for private businesses, and then the average citizens of the north are forced to go down to the south and go and graze. How about that? How about you put your energy into finding out land that could be used for thing? And this whole ruga thing, why can't you just implement it in the north only? There has to be consent. You can't force these things. Absolutely, you cannot force. And again, for you to think that it's a dig at Fulanis or houses or herdsmen in general, it's not. Again, you can go down to the south and you can do any business that you want. You're not banned from the south. As a herdsman or herdsman or whatever you are, you just cannot graze in, or open graze basically, in the south. It's never that complicated. Don't be offended. Being salty, it wouldn't help you. It makes you look bitter. You sound like a broken record. It's not a good look. It really isn't a good look. And let's blame the government, because if not for the government that has emboldened this group, would we be talking about them? Would we be having a whole discussion about them? But the government has made them important, where they feel like, when it comes to matters like this, their voice actually matters. When really and truly, in the grand scheme of things, it's a fake illusion that has been fed to them by the government. So yeah, that's it. Put what you think about this in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.